What up, guys? It's your boy, Reese Boy. What's up? Okay, anyways, guys, sorry for that. Okay, so this is not a promotion or nothing, guys. This is a real talk, serious video. Sit down, get comfortable, get you something to drink, something to eat, whatever, depending on what time you guys watch this video. This is a serious video that we have to talk about, okay, guys? Hold on, the basket needs to go this way. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this video, guys, okay? So this is a recap of what 2020 has been for me this year, okay? So 2020 started off good, okay? So a year ago, on the 3rd of December, I did a big procedure, as you guys can all tell. And I was weighing, okay, so I kind of need to back up, actually. Let me back up. Okay, so 2019, March of 2019, I was not feeling good, went to the hospital, didn't know what was wrong, came home because I refused to stay at the hospital. You can see that on my YouTube channel. And then like a week later, my parents went away. I don't remember where they went. They went somewhere. And I was shortness of breath, but I thought that was just normal, whatever. Weighing my highest at 619. Remember being in a lot of pain. I remember going out with Jama, having lower back problem, not knowing what it was. We just came back from Miami, and because her daughter needed to get something before she graduated. And I remember being in a lot of pain. There's a video of me eating McDonald's or Burger King or something and being in a lot of pain in my lower back, but I thought it was the way I was sleeping. So anyway, so then I remember not feeling good the next morning, and I remember telling my aunt, and my aunt was like, okay, if you feel weird tonight, call me, come bang on my door, whatever, because I'll take you to the ER. So I remember being like, okay, cool. And then I remember waking up. My parents came back Sunday morning. I remember my mom checking my oxygen just to see how I was doing. I'm eating a pickle. Just to see how I was doing. And it was like 97, whatever, my oxygen. So she's like, you're good. But she could tell that I was in pain, because I'm usually someone that doesn't complain about pain, or like really ever. And if I am in pain, I don't say anything to anyone until I can't stand it. And then that's when I complain. So she knew something was wrong with me, because she's like, Matthew is usually happy and fun and whatever. But she knew something was up, because she's like, you look really sad. Like, what's going on? So I was just like, I'm in pain. I don't know what's going on. So she's like, okay, go take a hot shower, go sleep it off, whatever. So when I woke up Monday morning from my room, that is literally like not even 4 steps to the bathroom, I could not catch my breath. And I remember being like, mom, something's wrong. So I remember her taking my blood pressure or my oxygen again. It was 97. She said, nope, we're going to the ER. So we went to the ER. And, they take forever to see you. But because I told them I was overweight and my heart was hurting, they don't play those games, because something could happen and my family could sue the hospital. So they checked me in like quick. And then ran a bunch of tests, whatever, and it was still really low. They said, okay, his oxygen is really low. He can't breathe. So then they put me on a breathing machine. I was in the room for a long time. I just wanted to be out of pain. I was in so much pain. And the room was hot, or it was really, 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 really hot. And my mom was like trying to, and I actually kind of documented it on a YouTube video. It probably is there. And then I remember the doctor came in and she was like, sweetie, you have pneumonia and a blood clot. Like, what? I'm surprised you're even alive and able to talk to us. And then she's like, we're admitting you to the hospital. And I'm like, oh, great. Because I wanted to go out with like Jama the next day or something. And they were like, no, we're admitting you to the hospital. You're not going home. So then I'm like, okay. So then cut forward. I'm not going to go through all of it. Cut forward. I'm in the hospital for 4 weeks. I can't breathe. I can barely use the toilet. The toilet's so small. The room is freezing cold. I can't sleep in the bed because I can't breathe. So I'm sitting on this little couch and it's so miserable. And I'm just like praying to God, literally wanting to die. I didn't even care about living anymore. At that time, I was that miserable. Depression was hitting really bad that day. Anxiety, I was just like, give me some drug and just, I'm done. But the thing that kept me going was really my fans, because I was updating videos and letting you guys know, and all the comments on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook were just like, you got this, Matt. We believe in you. Keep fighting. You got this. And so I really owe you guys that. And then I remember thinking about my nieces and my nephews, and thinking about my family and just thinking about people that meant a lot to me. And I was like, you know what? You got to get off your butt. And I remember my aunt always told me, she was like, one day you're going to have enough. Okay. And you're going to be like, I'm done. And that was sitting in that hospital. I had enough. I was like, am I really going to go home and be 700, 800, 900 pounds, like off of my 600-pound life, and be miserable? No. Where I couldn't even wipe myself, clean myself, and be stuck up in this room, these four walls, 24/7. No, that's not my personality. So I remember I made a pact with God way before. I said, God, if I get to a point where something serious happens to me, I will change. And that was my serious moment. That night, I made a decision to change. And I lost 17 pounds in the hospital because I just did not eat. And then when I came home, it was on like Donkey Kong. Like I kept going and going and going. And, you know, people doubted me. People were like, oh, he'll give up, blah, 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 blah. And I remember September 2019 was my last day. September 1st was my last day of having junk food. I made a decision that day. I cut out soda, chips, all of that crap, all of it for a whole year. And I did nothing but diet. Did 6 ounces, 4 ounces actually. Everything was 4 ounces, not 6 ounces. Everything was 4 ounces. Lost 180 pounds on my own before surgery. That doctor was like, what? You really want this surgery? And then since surgery, guys, update. Since surgery, I've lost another 150 pounds since surgery. And altogether, that's about 350 that I've lost together in a matter of just a year. So that is amazing. My goal right now is still going to be 250 or 209. That's my goal right now for 2021, is to beat my goal. But again, guys, just watching the watching the fat melt away, and being able to, my first trip was to March. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? My first trip was to DC to go see my sister in her house and spend time with her and walk around there. And then my other sister surprised me, and that was cool. So I was with the favorite people in my life at that time, and still are. And then spending so much time with Jama when I came back. Like I spent pretty much the whole year with Jama because of what we're dealing with, and the bus was free, and just being a part of her family and having fun with her and her husband and her daughter, and meeting people that are in the Philippines that are now like family to me, meeting her family, meeting total strangers who are now like family to me. The different people that I've met from their life stories and their journeys with weight loss, and the family members that are like, we're really proud of you, Matthew. Like family members that didn't even believe in me before, that are like, wow, look at you go. And they're just like, I'm so proud of you. And like friends, you know, that have come back this year and last year. Like I got John and Lily back. Like I never thought that would happen. We have not seen each other in 5 years. Like, and just for them to come back at the right time was like amazing. You know, like I prayed all the time for me to make that relationship right again, because I messed up. They didn't do anything. I messed up because I didn't have loyalty to them. And I do now, like 100%. Like that's my family. That will always be my family. John will always be that best friend that when I first moved to Florida, instead of judging me or calling me names or, you know, judging me because I couldn't read that good, was like the one person that sat there because he could relate to that and work on it with me, like 100%. Like I remember when I read a whole paragraph, I was so excited, and he was so happy for me, and I was like, this is my best friend for life. Like right there, him and Victor and Felix. To this day, we're always going to be like the 4 musketeers. Like we were always, well, me, Victor, and John will always be the 3 musketeers, because we had that bond that like no one could break. No matter what happens, we're best friends for life, like 100%. Like I would give my kidney to them, like that's like, or whatever they needed, I would be there. Like that's family. Like it's just funny because it's like when you have that much loyalty to people, and I really honestly, because of what's happened to me in my life in my past, I really don't get close to people that much. And I've been like, I'm super, super close to them, and I owe them so much, and I love them to death. Like that's my family. And just to see them like grow and make their families is like amazing, you know, like that's just so cool. Like they keep saying like, you're next. And I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, I pray to God. Yes. And then Jama, like she has been loyal for 5 or 9 years. We don't even know how long we've been working together. I think it's been only 5 years because it's been 2014 when we started. October 14th, 2014. No, yeah, I think it's 5 or 6 years or almost 7 years. Jama has been everything to me. Like, I've never, ever, ever, like, I don't know. There's so much, like, my love for her, like, no one can come between us. Like, I don't even care you were the president of the United States, and honestly, I don't give a crap what you had to say. Anyways, you couldn't come between us. Like, you don't mess with her, and you don't say anything about her bad, and you don't tell me what your opinions are about her. Like, I really don't care. Like, a lot of people are jealous of our friendship. I don't know what it is. People think that we're dating. People think that we're too close. Even coworkers are like, why are y'all so close? Why are y'all still with you? Like, the type of job that she does, a lot of times the cases don't last a long time because you get in this tension with the person that you're working with, and then usually they fire you or they quit or whatever. But everyone who finds out that we've known each other this long and we've worked together this long are like, why? Like, how? Like, and then when people meet me, they're like, okay, we understand. Like, he's an easy case to have. Like, he's super, super easy functioning on his own, you know? And so it's funny because there was a woman that I choose before who's Puerto Rican, and she was really sweet, super, super short. I think her name was like Jamie something. But because we took so long to make up our mind, because God knew what he was doing, she got another case. So then Jama came, and like, our first day together, like, what sold me, and it's really funny, is that we went to the store and we were walking around looking, whatever. And then she's like, are you hungry? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, do you want something to eat? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, get something. And I got me a bag of Doritos and I think like a sandwich or something. And she got it for me. And I was just like, well, you're sold. Because like straight to my heart at that time was food. I didn't care. And our relationship is like, it's like half and half. Like, she pays, I pay. She pays, I pay. But most of the time, she always paid. She always paid because she had money, because she was working. I wasn't working. I lived paycheck to paycheck. So that's been our relationship, and that will always probably be our relationship. And you don't mess with her. You mess with her, like, I'm just telling you guys, a tornado coming, because you ain't gonna see nothing. And the same way, you don't mess with me, because she go crazy for me too. And that ain't someone you want to piss off. I've seen her angry. And I'm the same way too. I have loyalty to people that I care about, that I know at the end of the day have my back no matter what. My last relationship, and that's another thing. I know I'm rambling, guys, but it's all gonna come together for 2020. My last relationship, I had so much loyalty to that person. Like, I would have done anything for that person, and I did. I even lost relationships with that person, or with people, because I was with her. It hurts because there's so much potential there. Like, there was so much potential there. And I still see potential there. But on top of that, there's a child that needed their mother, who was trying to get a father too. And you just gave that all away for drugs and alcohol. And I don't understand that. Like, I don't get that. Like, that's what makes me so angry. And with all that being said, guys, is be careful who you love. Be careful who you give your heart to. Because at the end of the day, they're going to stomp on it, chew it up, and spit it out. And then be like, and what? You know, like, she never broke up with me. I always broke up with her. And yes, maybe I played a lot of games with her heart too. And I take full blame for that. And yes, maybe we should have stayed best friends at first, you know. But I love that person to death. Like, I've never, ever, ever in my life have ever been in love with someone like that. Like, it was like a death when it was finally out of my head in 2015, and I owe that to Jama. It hurt. It so badly hurt. Like, I had to go to the hospital because of it, because I was having emotional, physical, mental breakdown, to the point where the doctor was like, did you just go through a breakup, or did someone beat the hell out of you? And I was like, I went through a breakup. And he was like, y'all need to just stay away from each other, because you're going to be sick. And I had ulcers and stress, and weight was up and down, and suicidal thoughts. Like, I mean, like, it was bad when I was in that relationship. But at the end of the day, I'm thankful for that relationship, because I learned what I'm not putting myself through ever again. Like, if I ever get in another relationship, and you know, the way I feel right now, maybe love is not in my cards. Maybe there is not someone out there for me. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, I'll just be single the rest of my life. My aunt does it, and it's like I guess she's okay with it. I don't know. She got an awesome son from it. So it's like, if I could get one kid out of it, I'm okay. Like, but or two kids, like, it doesn't even matter. But I'm scared to give my heart to someone again. I really, 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 really am scared. But anyways, that's another story for another time. So anyways, this year, I'm sorry I went all over the place, guys, but I'm trying to make this video long because that's what YouTube wants. Connecting with you guys has been so awesome this year. Like, going live on TikTok, going live on Instagram. I mean, we did TikTok for the longest time. And then we met a lot of people, and then they came to YouTube. But going live and talking to people like Gio and Evan and Noah and Aaliyah and Asterlive and Mega Beast and The Rat and Princess Leia and Pascal Vlogs and Proud Biff Vlog and all these different people and Jama TV, like all these different people that we've met and have talked to this year has been amazing. And I can't wait for the future. And people wanting us to go on tour. Like, I can't wait to go on tour and announce that on my platforms. Family relationships is the other thing that I want to talk to. I've come so far with a lot of family relationships. My parents and me, we're getting better. I went to Texas. I spent 3 months in Texas with my cousins. I never thought that would happen because they wanted me to come last year. They wanted me to come 4 years ago, but I was overweight and I didn't want to, and I can't blame it on that. I was just being stupid and I didn't want to go. That time was fun, connecting with my younger cousins and just going to basketball games and walking and hanging out. Like, I miss that. Like, I come home and I don't have that. Like, hanging out with people younger than you make you feel young again. Like, instead of hanging out with older people that make you feel old and you're like, I don't really want to, it's like I don't like that. Like, I like feeling young and being giddy and being silly and laughing and saying stupid stuff and making people laugh. Like, I can't say that here because people will be like, what the heck? Or they'll take it too seriously. There, it was like, I could say something and they'd be like, what? You're so silly. Like, stuff like that. Like, I love being a big kid and having fun, but there's a time and a place for it too. And I miss them like crazy. I do miss them like crazy. Especially around the holidays now. What else? There was something else that I was going to say. Passing my year mark was big too. Like that, like I really did not think that I would be 150 something pounds lighter a year later after surgery. I thought I would still be struggling, still be stuck in like the 4s, like, and I'm so close to the 2s, weighing 340 or 330, whatever you want to say now. I need to weigh myself. I'm like excited for the future. Like, really. I'm trying to work now. I want to model. I want to act. I want to sing. I want to do so much. Now I'm going to work on getting my license. Like, that's like super, super cool because I never thought my parents would be like, you're ready for that. Like, I never thought that because of a disability. And my disability, my reading is getting better. That is one thing that I'm really cool about. Getting work done, getting my tooth pulled. My cousin helped me do that. Getting my glasses, trying to get this knot off my leg. Just trying to be the good me, be like the good Matthew, the respectable Matthew, the honest Matthew. But at the same time, on top of that, when a lot of stuff hits me that's new, I get a little bit of anxiety. I get a little bit of depression. I get a little scared of like, is this really going to happen? Or is this just my brain playing tricks on me? Like the night before I left to go to Texas, I was like, is this really happening? Like, I was so scared that something was going to like mess it up or whatever. Like, but that's something that I have to deal with. Mental illness is not a joke. Like, there are websites that have talked about it, and mental illness is very scary. It's like a really scary thing to deal with, especially on your own. If you don't talk about it or if you don't ask for help, it's a really scary thing to deal with on your own. There's different symptoms of mental illness. There's different symptoms of anxiety or depression. The worst one to have is PTSD. That's post-traumatic stress disorder. That's after something drastic happened in your life that was scarring to you. And I've had hundreds, about hundreds. And I probably will have a lot more in my life. It's not over yet. I'm only 31. So it's like a lot. But when you get a restart on life, honey, you got to keep going like full force. Who cares what anyone says about you? Like, it don't even matter no more. But you know what I think is really funny and really cool? The hate that I used to get on my social media has disappeared. I don't know why. Like, I got so much hate when I started YouTube and TikTok, but it's like, it's gone. I don't know if YouTube blocked all the haters, or my fans scared away all the haters, or family members out there protecting me. Like, I don't know, but it's gone. I don't see it. I don't hear it. I check all of the comments and I read all the comments, and I mean, there might be some people that say some negative things, but it's not really hate, and it's nobody's really, you know. But to look forward to 2021, I want to get my license. I want to beat my first thing is beating my goal of 250. That's my goal, or 270, whatever number. Whenever I'm back in the twos, I'm happy. Getting my license, getting a part-time job, because I can't work full-time because I lose my benefits if I do. I want to travel out of the United States. Like, I want to go to the Bahamas. John and me are maybe doing the Philippines next year, so you guys definitely will see that. Shout out to all my Filipino fans. Going back to DC, because now that I can walk and stuff is starting to open more, I want to go see stuff. Like, I want to go to the Capitol. Like, I want to go a lot of places. I want to go back to Ohio and see my brother up there, and my niece and my nephews, or nephew and my nieces. I want to fix the relationship with me and my brother and my sister-in-law. That is like one thing that I really, because I love their daughter to death. And I don't want to fix it to the point where it's just like stupid. Like, I want to fix it where it's like, we really do go forward. Like, I really want them to see that, like, I'm a different person and I have a good head on my shoulders now. And like, I'm tired of sweating this stupid stuff. Like, I really want to fix that relationship. I want to get more involved with my little son, Angel, because I miss him to death, and I want to be a part of his life. I've been a really sucky uncle because I have not been there. And just keep fixing the relationship with my parents and growing and bonding and helping. And what else? And just healing. Healing is the biggest thing, emotionally, physically, and mentally healing. And maybe one day y'all will see me on TV. That's the next step, is to try to get on TV or do something. And it's not just for the fame, it's just to touch more people. Because everyone I tell my story to is like, you don't have a book out, you don't have you're not on a TV show, you're not doing a talk show. Like, I want to help people. I don't care about the fame and fortune and money. Like, yeah, that's good, that will help. But at the same time, it's like, I would probably give it all away and use it to help other people. Like, literally, I don't care about money like that. Like, I literally would be donating it to charities. Like, right now, even my little paycheck that I get, I want to donate like $100 to some charity, probably like St. Jude or something. Like, I want to help people, even with my little bit of money. You know, like God says, tithe. Like, I want to help people. And I've done that my whole life. I've always been serving people, no matter what. Even as a little kid, when I accepted Jesus into my heart at like 4 years old, I've always been a humble, loving person, no matter what. Like, I remember my youth pastor, he never told me he was going to do this. But I remember I was sitting there, I was talking to my friend, and he said my name. I was like, what the heck? And then I go up on stage, and he literally does the whole sermon just on me, like my personality. And he's like, I've watched you over the however many years you've been there at the church. He's like, I've watched you go through a lot of friendships, and I've watched people hurt you, and I've watched you hurt people. But I've always seen this good Matthew who's always forgiving and apologizes and tries to fix from his wrongs. No matter if you do it over and over and over and over again, you always try to make it right. And so he's like, I just want to commend you for that, because you're young, because I was like 16, 17 at the time. And he's like, you're young. And it's like, we all know that you have a good head on your shoulders, and we're not going to see you robbing a bank or doing something bad like that, because you have guilt, and you have compassion, and you have a conscience that's like, no, don't do that, you know? So in life, I take that from him saying that, and I'm not being cocky or anything, but I take that, and I always think like, no matter what someone did to me, I'm always going to forgive them, no matter what it is. If they put their hands on me, or they did something to a family member, like, yes, I'll be really pissed off. But at the end of the day, after I think about it and I pray about it, I'd be like, okay, I forgive you, because that's what God did, and that's just who I am. I don't know. It's like, at the end of the day, if I died tomorrow, I would want people to know that I'm a good person. And I want people to know he had a heart and he really did care about people. No matter what they did, he did care about people. And I feel like if you truly, truly know me, like a lot of people do on social media and my family, they see it. You know, they really see it. Like, again, talking to people like Gary or other people who have said, you've changed my life by just watching your videos, or random people like that girl that told me in that live stream that she almost killed herself the day before, but she watched my video about suicide. Like, that broke my heart, but at the same time made me happy that I saved someone's life out there. That's all that I want to do, is touch someone's life, save someone's life, and be there for someone that they can say, Reese boy helped me, or Matt helped me, or whoever helped me by, you know, sending me to his channel or whatever. Like, don't ever give up on yourself, no matter what. It doesn't matter. It doesn't help anybody. You're not hurting yourself. You're hurting your family, and you're hurting God, because God put you on this earth for a reason. Like, it took me 31 years to realize why I was here. And I know why I'm here. So with all that being said, sorry for rambling for 25 minutes. But that's my recap of 2020 and 2019. And let's see what the future brings. Love you guys. Peace. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on my notification bell. And go check out my TikTok, Max34 1989. Peace out. Baby.